What's up guys, back in another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video, I'm going to talk about what you should use your Trailblazing power on. If you don't know what your Trailblazing power is, it is pretty much your stamina system for various levels that are going to be used to either upgrade your characters, your relics, or some of your passives in the form of your skill tree. Pretty much, if it's upgrading something, it's probably going to take stamina. Now, if you play Genshin Impact, you'll probably know this system as resin. Very similar stuff that it's used for. So let's get into it. If you are a low level player, it is very important to always make sure that you do not have max stamina, as will hurt you in the long run. You're missing out on free XP and free materials that you need to hoard for the higher levels. So if you are a lower level player and you don't have any of these unlocked, I'd recommend just going ahead and grinding up either the books for your characters or the condensed aether for your light cones. Heck, if you don't have that many credits, you can even do it on that. Just make sure you're always at a lower than 180. Then another thing I recommend is if you have trace materials unlocked, go for those. Like if your main character is a preservation character, or let's say your main character is someone of the hunt, you can grab these as well since they are lower leveled and easier to get. Now, when you get farther in the game, you're going to unlock more stuff as character ascension materials, stuff for relics, echoes of war for your skill tree for your traces, and then last but not least, there is the simulated universe. Luckily, the Forgotten Hall doesn't actually use stamina, so big W there. Simulated universe, I'll talk about it really quickly. Pretty much it is going to take 40 of your Trailblazing power to get the second set of relics, the two-piece ones. What I recommend is this is, for now, just go ahead and get one for each character. If you want to try to get one for like attack to make it make sense, personally I just ran through until I was able to equip it to my main 4 characters, and then I called it good. You're going to do something similar with relics. Most of the relics you can get through just playing the game. I have done a few runs for the defense one because I've been rocking blue the entire time and I really don't want to level up my blue relics, but you do get the purple ones from leveling up for defense. So what I recommend is, for as long as you can, just don't really worry about relics and just rock the free purple ones you get, and then worry about it when you can get the legendary ones, as to not waste your stamina too much. Now, that leaves a few things left what you should actually use it on. Now, Echo of War is the best way to use it. However, you can only do it 3 times, and it's only 90, so it's not even your full stamina for the day, unfortunately. But this is the #1 priority. You can only do it 3 times a week, so you can lock yourself at a lot of progression if you don't do it 3 times a week. Make sure you're obviously doing the correct one. I fought the first boss and obtained the final road material, and then realized every single character I have takes the Guardians item, unfortunately, so that was unfortunate. I did give it to a character that I plan on using, so it wasn't a huge loss, but it does suck that I pretty much wasted a run. So make sure to double check what your characters need before fighting these, as it is only 3 times a week and you cannot replenish it. So what do you do once you do that? I think the best use of your stamina is going to be the character ascension materials, as it is a permanent way to buff up your character, and trust me, the levels are going to matter in the long run. Now, an issue I do have with this is you'll notice there's 2 ice ones. Yeah, I accidentally did the wrong ice one for my character, so make sure you double check which one you're actually going for, and don't just be like, oh, ice enemy, go and do that, and then realize you've wasted your stamina. Now, I do know that this unlocks later, so if you don't have this unlocked, your next best one is going to be your trace materials, as you're going to need a good amount of it, because there's just a huge list of stuff you need it for your skill tree. I swear, like, everything you click on is going to need a bunch of this, which is cool, I guess. It's going to be a lot of stamina to build up your skill trees. So once you have this unlocked, this will probably be the most farmed one. Carrying Ascension materials is better in a sense, but you'll probably have this farmed out rather quickly. And like I said, if you don't have it unlocked, you don't even really have an option to do it. I currently have 6 characters level 50, which is the main 4 I use. A character I slide in from now and then, and then the Trailblazer. Luckily, the Trailblazer is sort of like a free level up, as they have their own materials you get from just playing the game. So if you're looking for a really strong character, the Trailblazer is right there. But I recommend in the long run to avoid wasting it all on relics, as I haven't had a huge issue. Most of my relics are level like 4 or level 0. I haven't had a whole ton of XP thrown into them because Genshin PTSD with relics, you just don't want to waste your time with the non-legendary ones. You'll get them eventually. If you're at the point where you can get legendary relics, you know, you can slide some of your stamina towards it, or your trailblazing power, resin, whatever you want to call it. But it's, you know, I feel like there's better uses of it to strengthen your characters. Other than that, that'll pretty much be it. Like I said, quick run back. Only use it on the simulated universe to get the first copy until you're able to get the legendary ones. XP stuff, do it when you need it. If you're running out, go ahead and do a few runs. When you're low level, do this one. Next, when you unlock trace materials, you're going to farm this the most, as it's the most needed resource for various things. Character essential materials, most important one out of all of them. You can grind it up pretty quickly for the characters you use. When you're done, go back to trace materials. Relics, wait until you have legendary relics. Echoes of War, first thing you should do every single time, make sure you do the right one. Boom. Quick run back. Alright, but anyway, that is pretty much going to be it for the video. But there is one thing I want to mention. You have this thing called Fuel that exchanges for 60 Trailblaze power. I would recommend holding on to these. I've used quite a bit of mine to help either progress the XP or get some characters up. I recommend saving it as much as you can. Once you get to the point where you can use it to do the events for character ascension, you can use a little bit of it, but you want to save this for when you're either farming relics or the higher level material drops. You can replenish it with your stellar jades, by the way. I wouldn't recommend this too much. If you spend money on the game, I say go for it. Do it every single time because it's the beginning of the game and every resource is going to be rather scarce. But if you're free to play, I would recommend maybe only doing it the first time and then calling it good there. But that's pretty much my gist on the replenishing stamina system. So with that said, that'll be the real end of the video. Let me know how you think the stamina system is. You think it's better than Genshin's? If you don't like it at all, if you think it's fine, if you think we should either have more stamina or replenish this faster, let me know in the comments, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail content, and I'll catch y'all later.